Get ready for the full reveal, guys. But anyways, in all seriousness, welcome to the full reveal of my Dark Deku cosplay. Sorry this video took longer to get out, I just had to find my groove getting my videos posting again. And if you're wondering how I made this cosplay, I have a playlist in the description below on how I made every kind of aspect of this costume. But with all that being said, let's break down this cosplay for you guys. Okay, so as you see, there is a lot of parts to this costume, and first off, we're gonna break down the main bodysuit, and then we're gonna go from toe up to the head, just because I want to wait to show you guys the main mask last. So this is actually one of my old versions of my Deku costumes, and I was able to modify it, change it up, and turn it into the Dark Deku costume. Mainly just because the Dark Deku costume is pretty much just that costume, just very damaged and worn. I wanted to make sure there was aspects of blood throughout the costume because this guy really gets damaged and bloody, and I wanted to make sure that you saw the blood on the arms from where he breaks his arms. I know he gets like shot like kind of on his side right here and on his shoulder, and I definitely wanted that to be apparent. And then of course I weathered the entire thing, and a lot of it was just using black acrylic paint. Nothing too interesting about the back, it's legit just the back. So I'm not going to spend too much time on these shoes. We've seen these shoes a lot. I've used them a lot. I haven't modified them at all. The only thing that happened is they kind of just got more dirty from me using them outside in the elements. So these guys were very interesting to make. I actually had no kind of templates. Like, I had to make my own templates and kind of figure it out from the first time I made it with my brother. I mean, I guess originally I did work off of, I think, I Would Cosplay's video on it, and that I'll throw that video in the description below if that will help you out at all. Or if you want to buy his templates off his website or whatever, do that and then modify them and damage them yourself. To be honest, they are a little inaccurate to how they look in the manga and in the show. I still had to make these wearable in a way that worked for me, so this is what I came up with, and I still think they look good. And I probably should have weathered them just a little bit more, but I think these look really good for being like dirty and damaged. Okay, so for the calf pieces, I actually used the same calf pieces I used on my original Deku cosplay. What I pretty much did was I grabbed the same fabric that I used on this guy and pretty much cut out like a cover that I could put over it that is all muddy and kind of gnarly. So for the knee pads, I had to actually buy new knee pads that looked similar to my old ones, and then I damaged those ones. I might actually consider like either painting over this or trying to get the label off of this just because I don't like it. But for the time being, I'm just going to keep it on. The main thing was I wanted to get a lot of scratches and make it look scuffed up, so that was like the big thing, was kind of just like rubbing these guys on straight gravel and then like going at it with I think I actually just grabbed some scissors and just started kind of scraping at it a little bit. So, and for the thigh pieces, I pretty much did the same thing where it's a whole like leg piece that you pull over up to your thigh, and then you add the knee pads and the calf piece. Kind of did the same thing I did on my old costume. I think it worked out really well for this one too. The big thing was I needed to make, I guess, it kind of all damaged and cool looking. I had to create a foam piece and then glue fabric on top of that and kind of create something cool out of that. One of my favorite things is just like the muddy splatters on the legs, because I think that would be very apparent on the legs. The belt, I think, is a really cool addition, and honestly, I love how it damaged this guy up. I love how some of the pouches are broken at the bottom so he can't use them, and the other ones are damaged. The extra like kind of black detailing that I added to this guy really made it a lot better. And one more thing I wanted to add was some scuffing on the actual buckle itself. So the armbands were super interesting to make. I had to buy these red like athletic sleeves off of Amazon, and then I found some more red fabric to make some red strips out of. Of course, cut everything, painted everything, and once these guys are like all put together, I think it looks really cool and kind of gives that damaged look that I guess his arm gauntlets has. So I think the gloves are my favorite part of the costume. They turned out the best, and I just love all the intricate detail I was able to do with the blood and kind of like tearing open the gloves to make them like look damaged and exposed, and like he was just almost overusing his knuckles. Like I love the aspect of that, because most of this is, I guess, supposed to be Deku's blood, if anything, more than like, I guess, a villain's blood. I think it looks absolutely phenomenal. So I figured I'd just bring this guy up again. This is a Deku wig that I bought I believe off Amazon. For whatever reason, I don't think the seller is selling them anymore, or he sold out of them. Honestly, this is like the best looking one that I found that I think best represents his hair in real life. If you could try and find something similar to this, definitely try and go for it. It's not as messy as I want it to be, but it'll probably just get more messy as I go on. But yeah, so this is my Deku wig. Okay, so this is Gran Torino's cape that Deku uses. To be honest, this was one of the harder aspects of the cosplay to make. I had to double up on fabrics. I had to figure out how to create a template for this weird collar, but it was really fun to, I guess, battle damage and make it worn and cool looking, and it just has some great looking detail to it. And here's the piece of resistance, man. This mask took so long to make, and there were so many intricate parts and things you had to figure out with this template, and also connecting the mask to the actual fabric mask part was tricky. And honestly, if you have any questions about this guy, definitely go look at the video that I made, and hopefully that helps you out. If not, definitely go look at an Atomic or something, like Atomic Cosplay or something like that. His channel is going to be in the description below, and hopefully his video will help you out too. This mask definitely took, I think, a couple months to make. Everything about it I love. And I guess the only thing that I hate about it is it's kind of hard to wear. It's a little uncomfortable, and I can't see really. So alright guys, I know you've been waiting to see me put this costume on and show you guys, so let's do that right now for you. I hope you guys enjoyed me showing off this cosplay to you guys, because it was probably one of the hardest cosplays I had to make, as well as probably the funnest to make, just because there's so many intricate parts and there's so much detail that you can add to it yourself. So what do you guys think of this cosplay? In the comments down below. And if you have any other questions, leave them down there. Remember to leave a like on this video, and remember to hit that subscribe button, because the subscribe button's gonna be waiting for everyone. Deuces, y'all. Chill out, dude. Chill out, Ollie. It is just me. My dog legitimately barked at me because I was wearing a wig. Isn't that wild? So now you get to see this.